Hello and welcome back. One last map for the evening for Pro League, and indeed the whole week. It's been a long one. We're going to have North taking on Kinguin. That's going to be on Inferno. We saw North take map 1. It wasn't super convincing. I mean, they did have a pretty solid win, but Kinguin showed some good things. And now Inferno.
A win's a win, Jason. You should know that.
A win is a win. A W is a W.
Doesn't matter how you get it.
That's all I did in my career.
All I do is win, win, win. Yeah. Cool. So, Inferno being the second map, Lauren. It's my favorite map, other than Cobble. So I get both my favorite maps.
That is such a weird,
you have Cobble as your favorite map?
Yeah. We've spoken. We don't need to go into this.
We did speak on. We have spoken at length about Chad and his.
If you want to check it out, I did a podcast with Jason and Duncan Thorne Shields
about Cobble being your favorite map.
No,
that sounds like a thriller.
We wanted to know why exactly. Explored the reasoning behind it.
Did he give you a good enough reason? Were you satisfied?
I thought I did.
I didn't personally agree with it, but it was a good explanation.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I do hate Cobble. It's actually my least favorite map, oddly enough. So.
Fair play. No, I'm looking forward to North on this map. I've got to say, though, I haven't seen much of Kinguin here.
No, I haven't seen any of well, maybe I have, and making a statement like that is the worst decision you can do as an analyst. But I don't remember if I've seen Kinguin on this map.
So just insulting.
To myself?
If you had seen him, you just don't remember it.
Oh, they're very So let's just go with the very underwhelming.
That's a yellow card. You're going to have to keep the gloves up.
Why?
Insulting.
Who am I insulting?
Poor Kinguin.
Kinguin.
Yeah, but I can do that.
Let's move along.
Lauren, you take this one. I'm with,
No. You tell us. It's your second favorite map after Cobble.
All right. Well, what I want to bring up here is just some statistics for the team.
Hit me.
On the map, and let's see how much they've played it.
What do you reckon?
It looks like they've played it quite a bit.
Yeah.
This is the old stuff. This is the old stuff. We don't want to.
Don't worry, the old stuff.
They played it in Pro League the other day versus Navi and lost 16-5. So if that's anything to go off of,
a bit rough.
We did see.
It's a bit rough.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, but they beat Envy on it, 16-13.
Oh boy.
Wait, was that when Envy just got back together? Was that one of the first games?
They got the band back together.
The reunion tour.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that around then, Chad? Do you remember that one?
I don't remember when exactly
I don't remember
that.
But North, though, on the other side.
What do you mean just got back together? What are you talking about?
I don't even know anymore. You know what I mean?
They were together since the start of the season, Lauren.
Yeah, but was it in the early part of the season that they played then? Do you remember when they weren't doing particularly well? So would that win have been kind of out of conjecture of what you would have thought? So what do you reckon of that?
No, it wasn't.
No, it doesn't matter then.
Very
there you
recent.
Go. Tried to find a point in that. Not going to find one. But North, though, Chad, are they any better in your opinion?
Much better.
One? Yeah.
They're T-sides.
Good stuff.
What was it, 11-4? We saw them have, was it a Star Series? It was against Astralis. I'm pretty sure they beat Astralis on Inferno.
They did. Yep.
And they had a really strong, they had super good banana control. Now I'm getting a point.
Now it's coming.
They had really good banana control.
It took us a while.
Yeah. We got there in the end. They had really good banana control as the T-side. Right. We saw the development, well, we're seeing this development, this map develop. Every single day it's played, basically. It started off with the CT nades being very powerful on banana, you know, absolutely crushing any Ts that wanted to get in there. Then they started throwing their own grenades back, surprisingly. Yeah. And then it kind of swung. And now that's, you know, then there was the late round takes from the CTs, and now it's the late round takes from the Ts. And then once you execute onto that B site, I'd love to see the percentage of the stats here, but I reckon you get in that site, get the bomb down at least 70% of the time.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
There is no way.
Yeah. You've heard it here first.
That is not a broad sweeping statement, Chad. You're not supposed to do these things.
You didn't put percentages in.
I almost put my own percentage on it, but there is no way that 70% of the time T's make it into the bomb site.
The T's go when they go B.
70% of time, Chad.
70% of the time on a gun round.
Are you okay, Chad? What's happened?
You don't think so? A lot of the Inferno we watch.
For you to make a joke.
I'm going to count it this whole time.
I'm waiting for you to make a joke and be like 70% of the time they make it in 100% of the time or something ridiculous like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the one thing I do hope we see is on the CT-sided aggression, though, that we know that North like to utilize. I know we have seen teams actually used quite nicely on this map, whether it be the deeper play down banana, which we know they already like to do with the double mollies going down there, really nicely done on B. And then we're seeing now Orpers as well, feeling way more free to actually push down mid. A couple of riflers trying it too. So I'm hoping we get to see a bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen like some aggressive operas on this map be really, really successful. You know what I'm actually confused about? One of the old tactics on the older Inferno before the remake was that they went, a lot of teams took over those A-halls. And I feel like we don't see teams doing that as much now. It's usually like just one player, maybe. I think maybe a lot of teams are intimidated because of the spam, but it doesn't quite matter at the moment. Boys over at the casting desk, Chad reckons that teams make it into the B bomb site 70% of the time. Tell me what you think of that percentage.
I think it's a little low. I think it's 72.4% of the time. Only when there's 4 AKs, and if there's a UMP, they actually make it 81%.
Make it into the bomb site then? There's so many different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
what do you mean make it in? Like they just get in and die?
When you get in,
they kill everyone.
Look, put it this way: it's much like DDK in that when they go in, they go in.
That's true.
So I'm still wondering what that means. 8 hulls. Astralis seem to put a lot of pressure there still. Most teams maybe a little bit shy of it. Jason could be onto something with that.
Yeah. Astralis certainly do that as part of their default. But to be fair, I haven't seen much of Kinguin on Inferno either, so I can't really comment on that. But I have watched a lot of North. They actually took down Astralis on this map, and the group stages at Star Ladder, and that actually was one of the opening games. That was a bit of an upset to kick things off. It's always going to be an interesting that Danish derby. Danish team's actually very good on this map as a whole, and North have their own particular playstyle, very passive on the CT side, and very, very good on the T side that they are on most maps. Very good at taking map control, especially towards mid, and pushing the CTs back, and then finishing things off with the fakes and maybe the full set pieces towards A as well. Kinguin, after the performance of Cobble, was promising towards the end, but they did get run over on the first half. We'll see whether they can bounce back here. Those starting on the T side. And we'll have a look at the buys coming in momentarily. The match is now live. 3 sets of armor for them, and as usual, they get 2 smokes as well. Before we saw North with 5 sets of armor, they've actually gone for 3 this time, and Majors now make it 4. Majors boy with the smoke, flashbang, and HE grenade. No kits available, so we'll see where they send 3 players to be at the start. Doesn't seem to be the case. Majors and MSO adding to that side of the map, and Config and AZ getting a little bit aggro here towards second mid.
Yeah. Why not try and see if he can get a shot over toward the alternate mid position? Second mid, as you call it.
Second mid.
You trying to spot out what's going on in toward the hills, where Jason said no one likes to contest in the gun rounds. Shapiro, though, does get the first kill on MSL, and that's over toward B. That'll force a rotation naturally from the CTs, but not a commitment, not an overcommitment, not uncommon to see 3 players on the CT side playing pistols inside of B, so they won't rush in right away.
Biding their time. They still have their smokes available and the flashbangs as well. They have got the B side control as well. One player will be holding boiler room. He'll just be sitting there, even when they fully commit, just listening out for footsteps, trying to find the rotation frag. And as we get into this one, 55 seconds remaining, they could fully execute towards the B side with smoke towards coils and CT spawn. There it is. Config has to rotate now. He's not going to have much to work with, apart from jumping up on the coffins himself. And Majors boy from New Box, he needs to step up here. Can't do it.
No, can't. Furlan shot. Config gets one before he fades away inside of the smoke, and he's done reasonable damage onto Rollin as well, but he'll still get a bomb down. Cajun, meanwhile, inside of middle takes down Mihu, and this will allow for the rotation to start up Banana. But it also draws the attention of Shapiro. Cajun gets lucky to get the reloaded in time. Seeing an aid bounce off the wall, he'll be able to call it there's 2 toward Banana, because that quite clearly didn't come from the original duel by which he was taking. 3 still up. New box, Mouse peaks, down goes Config, and it's 1-0 for Team Kinguin.
It is indeed. They won the pistol on Cobble. They do the same thing here on Inferno. A player drops out of the server, so we'll be waiting for a little bit just to get him back in. This is one of the little problems we have with online CS. You've got 10 different players, so many variables can go on. PC's crashing, internet going down, who knows? But
it's true, actually, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
But for now, North do have the option to force into this round. They're one of the teams that don't really do that, though. They don't always force into the CT round after losing the pistol. They like to be a bit more conservative and look at the bigger picture. They know they're the better team overall. They don't necessarily have to limit their money into that first gun round. Seems to seem. But Kinguin for now, Mac 10 for Mouse. As we wait for Mihu to reconnect. He's the player that's dropped out.
Mihu, do you think he'll be back at the 2v2 this year, not 1v1?
I think he's got to the final before. I suggest possibly, yeah.
Who would he take as his duo? Rollin?
It'd have to be one of these boys, yeah.
Rollin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or is it for LAN?
I saw Simple and Seized were a duo coming into it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Simple and Guardian. I'm sorry, Seized. But that'll still be good. Seized was there last year with Flamey. That wasn't so good.
No, but Kenny S and Shoxy, that's quite a scary team.
It's true, actually. You're right. That is scary. You've got an Opera. You've got incredible rifling. Kenny's good on both. Shox is good on both.
And both sick with pistols as well.
That's, yeah, Kenny especially as of late.
So that's going to be deadly.
Yeah, you're right. That could just, let's just, you know what? There's no point in having the tournament. Let's just declare it now.
Unless you and Moses enter. But Moses isn't there, so it doesn't work, does it?
That doesn't
work on any level.
You and Chad could enter.
He's going to be there. Yeah, that's something.
You and Chad.
Why isn't Jason coming? God damn it.
Well, you'd have to ask.
I'll ask him now.
Yeah.
I'll text him. So yeah, we're just waiting for him to get back into the server. It's Inferno. If you are just joining us, we opened up with Cobble. It was a comfortable victory for North. Maybe it doesn't look.
It didn't close out very well.
No, exactly. So they looked like they stopped the first half of the losing the pistol 3-0 as well. They got the 10-5, then with the pistol. They were 13-5 at one point. It closed out as like 16-11, I think. So it looked like a close game, but ultimately, North were always going to win that, in my opinion. It came down to that huge play from me, Hugh to find the ace, and then North did close it out with a pistol round, to be fair. But I would say they looked quite comfortable for hours. But here we go. They have lost the pistol on Inferno. I do favour them heavily going into this one. If you're just wanting what the narrative of Pro League is at the moment, we're coming to like the closing stages in terms of the standings. Kinguin are right down there at the bottom, and it was LDC just above them as well, and they just took Na'Vi 2-0.
You left an L out.
What's that?
You said LDC. It's LDLC.
LDLC. And they managed to pick up 2 massive wins there against Na'Vi.
Na'Vi, yeah, that's big. That is really big. That, as they said on the desk, could be enough where it's a surprising, almost upset that, why is the sky so rippled? It's like there's no water down there. They're just in another world that has a shield to the upper world. Point I was going to make is those are big upset wins, which are almost unexpected, and therefore could be enough that LDLC get those where other teams don't, and therefore it keeps them out of relegation. It's quite significant in many ways.
Well, the force bite does come in from the Danish side here. CZs, 3 of those. A PT-15 and 5-7. They've got 5 smokes, so they are in it to win it this time. Using the smokes to hold off Kinguin as long as possible, make them uncomfortable. A lot of utility used here at the start of the round towards B to get that control. Not taking any risk there. Molotov the corner and the sandbags as well. So, they have got that B control. Don't have to commit. You can see the bomb still down at T steps here. They'll leave 1 player in that position. That's Furlan. As they go for some mid control now as well. So they've got the B control. They want to get some mid control and just kind of eradicate risks and push CTs right back to the bomb site.
Trying to flush one from the right to the left, catch them out as they walk back to the site. Does so. It's config down. AZ dead next. MSL, Cajun B, and Magisk. All there is. You ever been north of the wall, Henry?
I don't know what that means.
Ah, I forgot. You don't watch Game of Thrones. You've never been to Mexico. That's a good one. That's from producer Matt.
Yeah,
it would actually mean you've never been from Mexico
game.
into the USA. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
But you wouldn't have to go north of the wall to go north of the wall. You'd go south of the wall because they'll just dig underneath of it. You could go north. You could get a plane.
Yeah.
Catapult.
I'm lost.
Human catapult.
I
think everyone's lost, Henry.
It's going to be a full eco here for North. We're going to send 3 players. Make it 4 now towards the B site. And also common strategy was like send 2 down at the rush and you bait everyone on the site. So the idea is you rush 2 down, they'll die, and it suggests, oh, that's the 2 B players down, let's rush into the site. Then you have a little stack going on. That's not going to be the case this time, but it's something we used to do. So for now, full eco, not really much they can do here, but they might find a kill. Furlan just the CZ, mowing them down.
Okay. Tapping it finds a 3rd.
It's not bad.
With a CZ, I mean, he's up against pistols in itself, but that's a risk to try and run that gun there, and he makes it work so well. Should be the round. They've still found 2 kills. Back the other way. Furlan eventually had to go down in that position, but he's built up a ton of cash as we head into the first gun round, and naturally, I would expect. I don't know if I do with these guys, with Kinguin, if they go to a T side at AWP. I don't think we actually will see one much from them. Spiro could consider it the next round if this one doesn't go well, but it's a risk.
Sure, they wouldn't do this one. He hasn't died yet, right? He wants to keep hold of his AK. It's going well so far. They got the 3-0, 4 spy from the CT in the second round as well. Suggests they almost certainly won't have an AWP. AZ maybe getting a little bit aggressive here towards second middle. We're not sure just yet. Doesn't look like he fully commits. He actually rotates back towards the apartments and makes his way towards the pit. And finally a quad. Banana control trying to be obtained once again, but MSL will be challenging this time. Aggressive flashbang. Does do some damage there, but now he's in a bit of trouble. I think he'll be falling back. Got the protection of the smoke, but takes a lot of damage as he retreats from the aggressive Molotov there at the terrorist side towards the corner. But damage inflicted towards Mouse and Furlan. Both teams coming out pretty equal there. You see MSL and Major Sport getting similar treatment. They've actually baited out a lot of CT grenades there. You can see that on the screen. Only 2 smokes remaining. That boost towards new box. If you just jump on that player quickly, you can see that's actually going to be a real beneficial spot for him because he don't get flashed by anything there. And if a Molotov lands at his feet or beneath him in that new box position, teams won't necessarily check it. They'll think, okay, that position Molotov, don't have to worry about it. He doesn't get affected by that and can get maybe 1 or 2 kills and set MSL up for the slam dunk as he baits him in.
Slam dunk. It's like you play basketball, Henry.
I love it.
With all of the... Don't lie to me.
I love basketball.
Okay, well, Henry's a liar. The only reason you like it is because you love big, strapping, tall men.
How did you know? Why am I stuck with you then?
You told... Well, it's true. I'm not exactly the tallest.
What's my strapping?
Standing up. If I'm lying down, I'm pretty tall, though. Magisk gets Furlan. Magisk will back off on a new box, and that gives him the headshot position onto Mouse. As they jump over the smoke, MSL's a bit lost. Just a never found. Downed, but so too is the bomb. Good find from Cajun B, and Rollin may find him in return, but he's all that remains. 1 versus 2. Time indeed to plant before they arrive on the scene of rotation. It's AZ and Config. That'll be the first to get there. Obviously, the only 2 to get there, but AZ, the first is where I was going with that. He's going to get Rollin. That makes it now 3-1.
Well, Kinguin, it was a round. They had a huge advantage in terms of the weaponry and the grenades as well. Here's a little replay, that's CZ. Eco spray down, or tap down, I should say. They go towards the B site. Full execution comes in, as you said, that boost, finds 1 kill, baits MSL in for a couple as well. And Cajun B doing a great job on the retake there. Still was a bit dicey towards the end, but he stepped up, denied the plant, and left the remaining terrorists with a chance to get the bomb down, but ultimately AZ knew that's where the plant would be coming in and finishes the job off. So we go into round number 5 here. Still a huge amount of danger in terms of a reset here for North. This is a must-win round for them, or is a double eco going forward on the CT side. That's a bit of a problem. Flashbang's going towards Banana, and once again, Polish side will be trying to get control, but that's a decent grenade towards Mihu. Takes him down to 62. Maydis Boy might challenge here with the flashbang. Certainly going for it. Oh, nice work by MSL and Maydis Boy working in tandem there to do a lot of damage and find a couple of kills. Job done. Should be round over as they can fall back. They haven't really taken too much for that. Still want a bit more by the looks of things. Down towards T-steps, buys them a bit more time.
Just go with the boost and all the information. We'll send them certainly back toward the AWP from Spiro. He's going to continue to take that AWP a lot closer as well. Boost up. They want to try and see deeper inside of the pit. The back tire of the bicycle. A bicycle that's more functional than Moses. They've also boosted Spiro to get an angle toward Graveyard, and this double balcony. Don't have to jump to the second one. Little strafe on fall as you crouch onto it. Clear the angles, get to the site. Easy spots them though, and Rolling goes down. A little bit overstepped as he wanted to get the smoke inside of the site to allow the plant that will not happen now because Mouse, he's gone down without the bomb. Spiro's on 1 versus 5 with the AWP, T side.
5-on-1. Never a fun situation, but he might find a kill here. Spiro, that's what he'll get. Orb does go down, and that's going to be the second round picked up for North at this point. They managed to win a must-win, and as I said, the fact is they would have been fully reset if they didn't pick that round up, and actually win it quite convincingly. So it's going to be Kinguin's economy going down the drain at this stage. So this is very similar scene to what we saw on Cobblestone. Kinguin got 3-0, and then they think they lost 8 in a row after that. But we'll see whether they can bounce back here with the Tech 9. It's always possible in Inferno. A few smokes going down, run through them. A couple of kills on the B side of the map. Maybe they can get something rolling. But aggressive play. They wanted to do it at least at the start. It's Config that finds the AWP pick, so don't really have to work too much harder than that. They know it's an eco at this stage. And MSL, slowly but surely, hunting for a kill at the bottom of Banana.
He's going to get one here eventually. He's going to close them off at least. Back the direction of the AK. Careful. Takes a shoulder shot, we'll call it. Why not? Goes down to 80. Just because they're there, though, to help out. Both AKs will spray back through the smoke that's deep. Bomb goes back toward Mona Lisa. No one knows what that is. Mona Lisa, Henry?
I know what the Mona Lisa is.
Paintings in the wall and the apartment's backside tee. It's fine. You don't have to know. Cajun knows. Gets the bomb down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry. That's the point. That was exactly the point.
Right.
Is that no one knew.
Is the Mona Lisa on this map?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, we'll curb that one for now. But
curb your enthusiasm.
Indeed. 3-3 for now. We do have enough buy available for Kinguin. 4 AKs and Spiro Glass Cannon Orb. You were speculating whether he'd actually pick that weapon up. He's going for it. Has a chance at a shot there. Doesn't pull the trigger quite fast enough. Occasions. He's went second mid, and he's going to get taken down, though. They try to mix things up with the aggressive round, but actually get punished for it. Player shut down the second mid and in the bedroom. So Config has to work a bit harder here, try and get a frag in return. I think he's going to be done for unless he nails that shot. Very difficult one. Rylan takes him down. 5-on-2. Round should be done at this point.
Should be. That'll definitely cement the fact that it is, because MSL's chances of any antics inside of the A site, dancing around perhaps, are gone. Here we go. Chance to find Magisk. Take a 4-3 lead after going up 3-0, winning the pistol. Oh, careful, Spiro. He's close to it. Fire it again. Fire it again. He's certainly got an anticipation that he's there. He's trying to learn the headshot lineup. He's very close to it. He's going to sit, try and hold this. I hope it happens. He's given up. He seems content that he's not in that position at this point in time. Waits it out. He peeks. Down goes Magisk.
Kinguin take the lead once again. The aggressive kind of change of pace for North there to try and find picks in second middle. They've had quite a default setup so far on the CT side. Working aggression at Banana this time. They try and push a player in second middle. That's Cajun B. He got shut down. His teammate AZ as well in the bedroom. He went down very quickly indeed. 4-3. A difficult buy now for North. No Orb coming in. Majors boy down to just that UMP, but 3 players towards Banana this time. Deep smoke just to allow them to maybe push down if they want to. That normally suggests Cajun falls back. He's waiting to stay for the initial rush. Look at all the fire down there. Not a fun time for the terrorists to run through, but they will be playing a little bit more patient this time, and some significant damage done to the AWPer there. That's MSL spraying through the smoke. I think he must have dinked him through the wall. That's taking him down to 32.
Waiting. That small gap. Who was it we saw the other day shoot through that with the AWP? Was that Kenny? No, it was... I can't remember. Maybe it was, I think it was Device.
Oh,
and then
I know what you mean.
nailed the shot through the edges. Was it Forrest?
I think, oh, was it? No.
Draken, maybe. See, it's one of those oppers that plays in this league that we casted this week. It was on Tuesday of this week. The shot from Arch through the door, up into the gap, and then back to way to the Arch. I can't remember who it was either for the life of me right now.
I think it was Draken.
It might have been Draken. Furlan rounding the corner already. Easy. Not to be found. Spotted, but not taken down. It's Config that's there with him as well, which means 2 in the site, 1 in the pit, as you once said, Henry G, famously. And it's going to be Cajun that's going to spot them going in through the smoke. Flash off, has to look away. Rollins tagged very low. In fact, they all are on the Kinguin side, and Cajun might take advantage of that. Takes 1 already. Spotted the second in the lane, but was flashed off, leaving the bomb down 17 seconds. They'll run and head for the hills with the AWP, and the AK Magisk could catch them.
Back and forth game so far. After winning 3 in a row, Kinguin 4 back, but they're going to be facing financial difficulties. But Major's boy spotted Spiro. You can see that gun barrel, easy kill, execution inside of the head, and that's the AWP going down. Spiro probably just wanted to fall back there. He's obviously looking for some exit frags, but he's exposed from Vietnam. I guess he didn't really take that as a possibility. We're going to go into round number 9 here. 4-4. And in terms of the buy available, I said it'd be a rough buy. They do manage to scrape something together. Spiro will be getting an AK-47, and Mouse with almost no utility. There's still a decent buy overall. Config's on the AWP this time. They're trying to maybe get a little bit aggressive here. They're throwing grenades down towards T-steps. Config to take a shot, but doesn't land just yet. Furlan will get some position towards the underpass there. Config back towards apartments, nails a shot. Good timing.
A couple of people in chat are saying it was Device. Everyone's saying Device.
Oh, is that right?
I think it was
That
Device.
makes sense as well. To be fair, we had no idea. We were just throwing out AWPing's names at that point.
No, Device did actually ring a bell, because I seem to remember Zippix was involved in the play in some capacity immediately after. So, yeah.
Yeah, all Counter-Strike blurs into one these days for me. Just every day.
It was Device onto Forest or Freiburg, someone
there we
said.
go.
So there's why you had the name. Right? See?
Got a name.
See, if we mention all of the names, Henry,
All the
we
themes
have
and all
to
the
get
names.
them eventually.
Well, for now, North have got one of them, and that's a big miss by Conflict, but I think his teammate is there to back him up this MSL, indeed he does. Problem is now we only have one player towards the B side of the map, Major's Boy, and he's got 3 terrorists heading his direction. It's going to be 45 seconds remaining, looks like they're committing as well. Good flashbang, they're running in backwards. Major's Boy getting backed up by MSL, just trying to buy some time here.
He just needs to peek correctly from in behind new box. MSL getting a kill gives him all the room in the world to do so.
A bit of a clumsy round overall from the Polish side there. After finding a pick, they tried to force a win towards B, but they missed a Molotov on new box and allow him to reposition. They didn't have a smoke for CT spawn either, so couldn't really do much with that one. 5-4, North take the lead once again. It looks like a partial buy here for Kinguin. They've got second stage loss bonus, can't really invest too much into it. It's going to be 3 Glocks, 1 PT-50 and a Tech 9, 1 flashbang. I think you just maybe rush apartments, try and flash over, hope for the best. Maybe rush B as well. Not really much you can do here. And I think North will be well aware this is an eco. Pushing down middle, trying to open up the kill. It's Config with the MP9, of course. He doesn't get the frag, but Cajun B has there was one.
Cajun will swap it off, and AZ will start to go back up in toward Boiler. Cajun getting swapped into that position also brings a rifle back out toward middle, so gives them some range to sit back, hold off, and cover that position, make sure they're not going to be pushed down, but they will relinquish it slightly and go back toward the crossfires and arch and the lane instead. Peek back. Config still wants more on the MP9. Why not? Did that MP9 have sponge sticker on it? Couldn't have. No way.
Where did he die? I'll go find out.
Right at the top of middle on the arch side. Bomb gets dropped just with the kill. Config sticker. For some reason, when it died and it was in the air sideways, I thought it saw sponge. I was like, there's no way he would have a sponge sticker on there.
No way.
Who would ever put a sponge sticker on their gun?
Round number 11. And we do have a buy available for Kinguin once again. 3 in a row against them. 6-4 0 scoreline. 5 AKs, and there's a chicken.
Someone said, Safari Mesh AK. I happen to think it's the ugly duckling.
Yeah.
And it's going to bloom into something beautiful someday. For nostalgia's sake.
Evolve.
Yeah, I think it's a nice looking gun, personally.
I think it's just the most common.
Turn your digital vibrance up, and it looks lime green.
There you go.
It's quite beautiful.
Well, for now.
There it is.
There it is. You're right. Smoke's down towards these steps. That just denies banana control completely from the terrorists. They have to hold up and wait for those smokes to go down. The problem is, though, it's a kind of double-edged sword in that respect. The fact is, once those smokes go down, they can retake banana, and then you have nothing to hold them off once you actually have the bomb side. So you're looking for frags here.
I actually want a full Safari Mesh collection. I want every gun Safari Mesh.
Safari Mesh gloves?
Yeah, I think it's the least expensive, right? So I could probably, what, $10 and get it all?
Yeah, probably.
I might do that, you know. That's not a bad idea.
It's an idea, yeah.
It's a great idea. That's what I think you meant to say, Henry. It's a good thing I'm here to correct your words so commonly. So they're going to fall back away from this. This could be more banana-focused. Look at the position of MSL. Baited in. Double Safari Mesh. Both picked up from Mihu. Both used against him. As Magisk sprays back down, Mausen rolling the latest victims, and Mihu, with his own, is now the last alive.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. He's in a 4 versus 1. Has got a smoke and a Molotov, but he's got no real chance making his way to the bomb side. The city split up. 2 on B, 2 on A, and it's just up to Mihu to walk in. He did get an ace clutch. Well, not even a clutch. It was an ace round before with some fantastic aim. Straight towards city spawning, gives his position away. Hope for the best. That's almost certainly. Occasion B from Coffins, Major Sport, and new boxes as well, managing to find the kill, and that should be another eco at this point for Kinguin. They've only picked up 1 gun round so far. They had the 3-0 at the start of the game. So
similar to what was happening at Cobble.
Very similar, yeah. This is looking like a 10-5 scoreline all day long. But we'll see what happens. AWP for Config this time. He seems to be the main AWPer for them on this map especially. I think he does it a bit on... What's the other one he main AWPs as well? It might be Nuke. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they mix up the roles in a couple of maps. It's obviously Cajun the main AWPer and Config normally second, but Config's the flashier of the two, I think. He goes with the more aggressive stuff, so maybe that's why Inferno suits his playstyle. Cajun's like the kind of solid player. He holds the angles and finds the shots and can be very, very good with the AWP, but I don't know. Config seems to be more comfortable here.
To some level, I don't think that Config's comfortable being aggressive because Config knows no risk. He knows no negative reinforcement, if you will. as he takes back one again, aggressively peeks back out of Funchbiro as well. We saw Cajun inside of the site get two. It's simple-esque, I think.
Yeah.
Not quite as flashy in terms of raw skill. He's definitely possesses a ton of skill. There's no question about that. Had a birthday the other day, by the way. I think he's 19 years old now.
That's so young, isn't
Yeah.
it? I'm going to be 29 this year.
You're an old man.
That's insane.
I just turned 28, so. But no, it's not quite as much as the simple skill level, but it's aggressive nonetheless, and it does sometimes cost them in similar ways as Simple used to cost teams. A certain knife comes to mind as well.
Yeah, indeed. Major qualifier.
Yep. Well, all of that said, it's going to be a Molotov to push AZ out of position. He's on to 74. And the hit looks like it wants to go toward A. They haven't wrapped all the way around top yet because the AWP was getting back in position, and Cajun, or excuse me, Config this time will go down. He held it last round. He's held it this one as well. As MSL gets a shot on Mihu, that brings AZ back in on the lane side. Missing a shot, though, overstepping slightly. And Furlan able to capitalize. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3 as well. Good shot. MSL back turned, waiting for a counter flash. It's not going to be. It's going to be Mal's just marching in to take him down.
In the 2-on-2 now, we've got Maydis Boy in T-steps and Cajun on the side himself. A lot of players using this box to point actually. Good for dodging flashbangs just like that. And if Cajun finishes things off right here, right now, that'd be great. Try and stay alive as long as possible, but he finishes it in style. Good headshot there with the AK-47. The reason I said that box is very common, you can see how Cajun is using it. That pillar in front of you. So any nades come in or smokes, one thing you can actually look above the smoke and look towards balcony, and you can dodge flashbangs as well. Great position to fall back onto when you're spotting one, get a kill, hide behind the pillar. It's very, very cool to use that. So good work by Cajun B. Didn't make it an awkward 1v1, as Major's Boy is quite far removed from that situation. And it's another round in favor of North. I think that's 6 in a row now. It is indeed. Maximum loss bonus for Kinguin with no bomb going down. Means there's a buy available, but not much of one. No real nades to work with here. We'll be able to put down control once again. They've been getting consistently mowed down here. Nades once again. MSL fancies it, gets one, that's all he gets. Oh, that's lovely play from Major's Boy. Great tap to get that. This is a brawl of a round.
It's absolute chaos. Pandemonium. Rollins going to go back, flash down toward Banana. Try and distract as long as it can. Bomb is in that direction, so good luck. I would swap to the Safari Mesh at this point. Try and go full camo. Good headshot on a Cajun, mind you. That's going to open up a lot of space, potentially give him something to work with. And back toward the bomb, he shall go. They don't know that he doesn't have it because they've grouped. Majiska's given up B in doing so, and I'm betting this leads to a plant.
Well, yeah, at the same time, Rallan doesn't know the B side's open, but yep, certainly could be a possibility. He's got a smoke to work with as well, and he actually heads towards middle. He's making a little bit of noise. I won't hear him at this point, but now he's going silently. 40 seconds remaining. He will get a plant down here. I like this approach from North. Make it one single 2 versus 1 situation to do two one-on-ones. Bomb goes down, that'll give his position away, and now they start to come in. They know he has a plant at that 4-second timer, and he's going to be boosting up to apartments. He's going to be spotted. Major's Boy spotted him, and now that should be it. Rallan's going to do very well to try and win this round. They've got an incendiary as well, but he gets the first shot in.
First shot, second shot, both go down. They both push in. Rollin does very well to pull that back. It starts as well with the kill at Graveyard before he was able to get back and get the bomb.
Yeah, looks like a North round for days at that stage, but Rallan did a very good job there. Bomb down, managing to get to the apartments as well. Like I said, he was spotted. They had utility to work with. Didn't have to take separate duels. So that was a bit of a blunder on their point. They could have just incendiary towards the apartments after spotting him, but went for the challenges. Got punished for it. Last round.
Good news.
Go on.
We could get another 10-5.
I said, didn't I? This is looking like a very 10-5 game, I can see.
Wow, it's looking that way now. You're just nearly getting the headshot down toward the logs. The nades will instead. The double nades, similar to Astralis, similar to what we saw them do. Katowice was the first time we would have seen it? Yeah. Or Vegas?
Vegas was the first.
I think Vegas.
Tournament, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Vegas. We saw those double Molotovs. Viva Las Vegas. Everyone hates the way I say it. I'm sorry.
The way I say it.
Listen, I drag my vowels. It's an upstate New York / maritime thing.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. That's how I say Olaf as well. Everyone hates it. Olaf. All right, come on. MSL takes Mihu. Rollin continues to work his way down through the lane side. Decent damage done, but that's not enough, especially when there's 4 left alive. It is 10-5, Henry.
The exact same scoreline we had in the first half on Cobble. Very similar storyline as well. It's Kinguin to pick up the pistol, get the 3-0, then only finding 2 gun rounds. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. We'll take a quick break and find out whether they can do it in the second half.
Well, you said it, Henry. It looks the same. The same as Cobblestone. Pistol goes the way of Team Kinguin. They win 5 rounds in the half. That gives 10 to North. Impressive plays from Cajun inside of the site to stay alive. You mentioned this spot being powerful as well. I have to agree with you. I concur.
Absolutely. And sets North up for quite a promising half, especially get the pistol once again. That could potentially be 13-5 before they really get into it. So Kinguin have got their work cut out for them here. CT pistol, though, as long as you start hitting those ones up to the USBs like they did before in that first map as well, maybe we can have a similar show. We'll get into this one momentarily. North certainly looking like the stronger team tonight, and unfortunately for Kinguin, it was LDLC that had all the upsets against Na'Vi. I'm not sure Kinguin are going to pull off the same miraculous feat after already going a map down here. All they can do now at this point is tie the series, and that's going to be an uphill battle. We'll get into this one now. The match is live. 3 sets of armor for North. They get MSL as a utility player as well. Smoke and 2 flashbangs for him. Config yet to buy. And he gets armor as well. So that suggests they go towards the A side of the map. Maybe using that smoke towards library. Like, 1 smoke's fine for B site, but it's obviously a risk. Your coffin exposed as well. And 4 players from the CTs towards B at the start. This is a strange one. And they're actually going to find the first frag as well.
Indeed, is config once more. Look at that!
God.
Right and then the left. Down goes Miyu, and bye-bye to the chances of winning this pistol round for Kinguin as they bust onto the A side as well. Rollins going to chase. Good luck. AZ's already waiting.
Ooh, close.
I think that's why AZ was waiting, to guard the bomb.
Well, they had 4 players towards the B site. Config kills 3 of them, and then the remaining CT on the A side goes down at the same time, and that should be round over unless Rylan pulls off something absolutely miraculous here. He does dink 1 player. That's Config down to 22 HP. The hero of this round so far, but he's finding damage himself, and that should be it. We know exactly where he is, and AZ to finish things off. Great round by Config. They say he's a bit of a wild card for the team, but when he delivers headshots like that, you can really see how good he is. There's the first kill. Second one. The third was the best. I thought the second was, but actually that was amazing. So 11-5 here. Force buy looking likely for Kinguin. They're going to be going with CZs and body armor, keeping about $500 per player. Actually, only 1 player with the body armor, so this is a more conservative approach. I was saying that North normally subscribe to, but it looks like Kinguin will be trying to keep money for that first gun round here. Still a chance with the CZs, PD50s, and Deagles, but without the armor and utility, it's difficult to believe they're going to get anything done into this one. Bit of wallbang damage coming in. It was with the UMP though, so it just takes 1 player down to 95 HP, and that's Rylan.
SL starts off to get Mouse. Minute and 26, so a fast attack this time onto B. Bye-bye, Mihu. Thank you for playing the game today. We appreciate you joining us. Always a pleasure.
Good night. God bless.
See you in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning.
I hope I die in my sleep.
Wow.
Matt's offering to make you breakfast.
What kind of sleepover are we having tonight?
Slumber party.
Okay.
Pink PJs only.
5 players
Big
remaining
Teletubby
for
slippers.
North, please. We're going way too far down the rabbit hole with that one. Ryland, the last player remaining, and he might find a kill here. That's nice work to take that Mage's boy. It will be 12-5, then I did say the 13-5. A horrible situation here for Kinguin. That's looking very likely. They have to take a full eco here. Or I guess they could go all in and force, but I really would not recommend at this point. It's always the worst way to win a CS game if you find yourself force buying and constantly chasing a dream instead of actually getting the guns out and actually losing with your tactics and your strategies out and everything like that and your setups. But here we go. 3 P250s and all 5 players towards B this time. 1 flash, just flash down to the bottom, hope for the best, I guess, and we'll see whether they can maybe find a couple of frags here. This will be one of those rounds where they wait for some footsteps and a sound cue when the terrorists get to the top. 1 flash over and just up everything you've got towards the banana. But the Molotov is down, so that's going to be unlikely. Still work out.
Careful, tripping over each other doesn't start well. Flashing out as well. Config. I need to stop doing that. I have to stop doing that, Henry. Gets 2 there. I didn't think he would. So better than perhaps expected. The boost, or rather the stack, will go back over toward the A site instead. Bomb still down toward T stairs, and Cadron and AZ will work out to solve exactly what's going on inside of this B site. It's a curious little site, that.
Player towards the end of the Hall's Mage's boy doesn't commit it just yet, so he hasn't given the all clear, so they have to be slightly tentative with their approach towards top and middle. You can see Spiro, to say, taken down. He's actually still alive. He actually helped out in the execution of his teammate. 3-on-2 now, just PT50s, and that's a nice shot.
Flash out. Spiro sees it, doesn't matter. Walks in and just gets clotheslined once more. Red Rover, I'll send a bullet right over. Magisk takes down Mihu, and it's 13 now for North.
20 kills obtained by Mage's boy after that round. It's not looking too bad for him. 13-5, though. A lot of work to do from Kinguin, yet to post a round in the second half. But Spiro's got the AWP. 4-on-4s around him, no kits. And if the stat lives up to Chad's expectations of getting to that B side 70% of the time, they're going to need a defuse kit to stop that bomb going down, you know? Let's see what happens. 3 players towards B at the start. Will they go as aggressive as North was? I'm not so sure. But the grenades do come in. They've got a bit of control at the top there. It's going to be moused by the sandbags. Not a whole lot of presence at the A site for now. But the AWP is there.
It's the main thing, that it's there.
These 2 frags. Doesn't get it.
We're all in. Gets absolutely obliterated.
He's being like relentless right now. So brutal with his aim.
Well, that said, it's 3 versus 3, but bomb down favors North. Especially with such a strong entry as we just saw. I'm not sure Cajun would have spotted him in that smoke. I doubt it with that jump, but he's in the corner waiting. They have the double set toward the site, 1 inside of pit, so not the double stack in pit, which we used to see commonly. On Inferno, the Molotov designed to do exactly that, push Magisk to the right, and yet he still finds the shot on Mihu, sorry. I've gone back to the old saying. And Mouse will have to run.
Yeah, pretty open shot case, that one. Initial frag comes in, and Team Kinguin do fight back slightly. The config, like I said, just unbelievable in this game. How many frags he got? He's done 21 kills, up there with Mage's boy as well. They're actually leading the charge quite dramatically, as you can see right now. That's kind of summarizing it quite nicely, and no one really stepping up for Kinguin here. Top frag is at 10, 3 of those, and third on right at the bottom was 6. So they have to buy into this. They don't really have a choice, Matt. It's going to be 3 UMPs, a Famous, and 1 lonely M4. That's in the hands of Mouse. So round number 5 coming in. At this point, North is such a lead, and they know the money's going to be low. Just a little bit looser this time. Just flash in, stick together, and they are going to find that M4, though. So that's a bit of a problem. They might want a Molotov here, but flashbang's still good. He might find a second frag here, but can't do it. And it's going to be a double kill for North, and the B bomb site completely open. And the player rotating in's got a Famous. So good luck, Spiro.
Listen, he doesn't need your luck. He doesn't need your pity or your sympathy. He doesn't want it. He just wants to die. And Cajun, or other, God, that's, how?
It's not that hard.
How? It's not, you're right. It doesn't even look the same. Config.
Like
We'll
once a game, maybe, but not 5 times.
Listen, all right, I'm ADD. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to
What's
it.
that got to do?
It's nothing to do with it. What's love got to do with it? Yeah, just made all of production sing that song.
Good tune.
Not bad. It's going to leave Rollin and Furlan remaining, and they're going to try and save this. Bomb ticking as it is. They may not even get that far. Cajun's already on it. This time it is Cajun. I looked to confirm. Already on the case, Furlan spotted out. Smokes himself off smartly because a Molotov comes in immediately after a getaway with the UMP, but that's all they're going to have. This is 15-5, and this is North's game to lose.
Yeah, at this point, I would say that's a fair statement. It's looking like it'll be over very shortly. This is a game Kinguin haven't really arrived to. They won 2 gun rounds in the first half and then lost the pistol in the second. We said that was a pretty much must-win scenario for them for what we've seen so far. It's not going to be the case. They save a couple of weapons, and I think that's maximum loss win as well. It is indeed. So they get enough to buy at least, but another B-rush, why not? Just keep challenging, you're hitting all the shots, you're beating them all the jewels. They haven't really got enough to actually hold you off, and once again, KTB opening it up, so that's going to be it. Unless Vero goes God tier with the FAMAS, he's doing it.
And a nade. Oh, I thought the low HP player was close. If Cajun were nearby, that could have been disastrous. So too is that spray through from Furlan. Nearly catches them. Flash goes in instead. And the bomb will be planted safely. It's not, oh, it is toward Coffin, my mistake. It looked like it was back toward Emo instead. But they'll leave it for the default, gives Config a chance to hold from Banana. He's going to have that to his leisure as well because the rotation goes through CT. It's a little bit late. Rollin just getting in position. Good flashbang out from AZ. And that could be the beginning of the end as Config takes Spear. Rollin does arrive, but it's too little too late. A 1 versus 3. AZ will close it 16-5. North beat
Kinguin. There you go. Yeah, overall, tactically, and in terms of aim as well, there's like a much better team. Kinguin completely outclassed there, especially by the likes of Config, AZ, and not really much to report in the second half, I'm afraid. They lost the pistol, went down 3-0, had limited money in that first gun round, and it's got overwhelmed. Very basic strategies from North to finish things off. They're sticking as a 5-man unit, rushing towards B, rushing middle, hitting absolutely everything, no fear, and looking very confident. So that's a nice 2-0 from them. Jason, how are you feeling about it?
I am feeling phenomenal about that. 16-5 to close out the night. North with a big win on Inferno. Kinguin just couldn't match up to it. I mentioned they lost this map. Who was it? They lost 5-16 to... Was that?
Na'Vi.
Na'Vi. So, a repeat performance here against North.
Yeah.
There was no connection there.
No, relegation looming for Kinguin.
Yeah, that's not, and it's the automatic relegation. It's like the hard punishment, isn't it? It's,
yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's the powder bottoming, or the bottom powdering.
Yeah, this is probably the wrong platform for this, but I think if you're the worst team in Pro League, it doesn't necessarily mean that the best team in Premier is better than you. Logic.
I can't do it.
You with me? You following?
Wait, say it again. I was expecting something a little bit more edgy.
Just because you're the worst team in Pro League,
correct,
does not mean that the best team in Premier is better than you.
Okay, I got you. I think it's just a way to ensure turnover to get new faces in there.
I don't think we should give auto relegation.
So
I think all bottom 3 teams and all top 3 teams should have to play the relegation matches.
I think it's a bad example this season, but I think the ones prior, that's applicable. Because we got 2 new incredible contenders coming in, well, 2. 1 new incredible contender coming into this season of Pro League. You look statistically at the last seasons prior, the round difference that was insurmountable in comparison to these guys. You know, if you look at LDLC, who were down at the bottom, if you look towards Kinguin, who are now down at the bottom, of course, as well, in comparison to, I think, like Penta before, and I'm trying to think of who the other team was who was down in the bottom echelons, and I can't remember. I think it was Flipside. And they were the farming team every single time. This time, at least these guys put up competitive games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, to get a little bit more map specific, to go away from the tangent here, I mean, this was just dominating from North. I mean, they had pretty much anything they could have won. Yeah, the CT side, they're going to be happy with that one, obviously. Good defense. That's an area they want to work on. But the T side was just suffocating. And yeah, that's you.
I know there's a lot of question when you see teams doing the aggressive CT anti-eco where they push down middle and they go for the fight. I can get behind that from time to time. I don't think you should always be doing it, but when you think the other team may potentially be bringing out a force buy, it's a really good way to punish them and stop them from being able to do an execute against you, especially in the first 6 rounds of the game, because at that point your economy could still be pretty rocky as well. So when people see that and they go, oh, why are they being aggressive? Why are they pushing? Why are they being cocky? It's not because of that. It's because you want to stop the impending attack that could come through holes or the banana. So that was good by them. I like the way they approached the game. You know, they had config with the AWP at A. they had 3 leaning B from time to time. I thought they had a good bit of diversity.
Mixing things up, keeping them on their toes, making sure they can
Shake
never
and bake.
see what's coming. And that's exactly what we're going to do, except in the past. We're going to see what happened tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. Really, really good.
Back to the future.
LDLC taking 2 games off of Na'Vi. That was the surprise. Pretty solid wins as well, 16-8, 16-10. And then North just kind of had their way with the Penguins. We always knew the Lion would win that kind of a fight. And then these are going to be the new schedule, or I mean the new standings after the evening. North has jumped up to that first spot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge slip for Na'Vi. It's cool for North, I guess. But it's more Na'Vi messing up in this one. There's no way you should lose 2 maps to LDLC. Perfect for LDLC, though. Look at the pack they're now in. They could actually, in theory, if they somehow manage the last games, they could actually push someone out of being able to get into that top 6. Now, it's unlikely. Incredibly unlikely.
Anything's possible here at Pro
But
League.
mathematically, it's possible now.
Yeah,
and VP could almost get relegated.
Ooh, that would be... They barely won the relegation match to stay in Pro League, so that's not good. And if they play anything like we saw last night, they would probably get relegated. Here's the North American schedule. This is probably the most exciting match that NA has had all week, is CLG taking on Renegades. Ricky coming back to his boys to give him a what for.
And Nexa is in the country. The Serbian will be joining them as far as Justilo's Twitter was telling me.
That's
a
beautiful.
matchup.
That is beautiful.
The most important game for me to potentially overtake Lauren in the Fantasy League is Misfits versus NRG. Shazam, sick, do your thing, get some frags.
This is the schedule for next week. This is not just because this is the last day of Pro League this week. G2, Astralis, VP FaZe. Those are two awesome masters.
They're all pretty good games,
VP
to be
is going to be
honest.
showing up. Yeah, good games on paper, right? And a lot of playoff implications in pretty much each one of these matches.
I like the way we know Overpass is definitely on Thursday there. No other maps up in, but
that
we
is,
know Overpass.
Yeah, what? Wow, okay.
That might just be a leftover because it wasn't the first match
Probably,
tonight, Overpass.
yeah. I can, yeah,
Yes, it was.
Yeah, probably is.
That's how you do things. Either way, end of the week. Thank you guys for tuning in all week long. Thank you guys for tuning in this evening. It's been great. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you guys on Tuesday.